No, you go. Billy, I'm sorry about yesterday.
So am I. I apologize.
I never should have yelled at you like that in front of the players. And, well, frankly...
If you're happy for me to ride the bus, I'll ride the damn bus.
No.
I will.
No.
I promise. Just sometimes when it gets close to cut down time,
You don't even need to say it. You need a conference with your coaches and Yogi, and frankly, you know, the bus, Billy, maybe it's a football thing after all. I don't know. But you and me, we're both strong-willed people.
Well, we both want the same thing.
Exactly. And we both have our strengths and our weaknesses. One of my weaknesses, I like to have my nose into everything.
Well, it's your club, George.
No, Billy, it's our club. Mine to own, yours to manage. And I just feel, Billy, if we could just come up with some sort of system where we both give a little.
Yeah.
You give a little, I give a little.
Yeah, I agree. You know, if you could promise to do a couple of things, and I could promise to do a couple of things.
I'm sure we wouldn't have a problem.
We definitely won't have a problem, George.
Yeah.
I promise you.
And Billy, it would mean so much to me if you could teach me, you know, about the way you think about the game on the field. You know, your strategy.
My philosophy.
Yes. I just feel it would make us a better team. Do you understand?
Yeah. Nothing would make me happier, George. You know, if you're in love with the game, and I just think it's the greatest game in the world. You just can't turn it on and off.
Oh, yeah. Runs so deep, takes you right over.
When I come home sometimes after a game, I lose. I don't sleep, George.
Same here.
I'm thinking, I'm turning it over. You know, maybe I should have hit and run. Maybe I should steal.
Who should I bat? Who should I bench?
Maybe I should go against the book and let him
swing away.
Exactly. Exactly, George.
Oh, listen. Put together a little something for you and the fellas. Okay, just in case you think, you know, they need a little spark in the clubhouse before a game someday. Mm-hmm. Give it a listen. Now, one more thing. Anytime you feel you need anything at all is upsetting you, you call me directly.
No, I'll do that.
Promise.
I will. And you feel free to do the same.
That's a deal. That is a done deal. Oh, boy, I am thrilled. Just thrilled that we're figuring this out.
Yeah. Me too. We're going to win this thing this year. We're all good enough to win. The only way you won't win is if you don't listen to me and do what I tell you. And anyone who doesn't think they can leave now. No hard feelings. But I am guaranteeing you that if you listen to what I tell you, you'll win this thing easy. I might be rough, but I'm going to treat you like a man until you act different. I'm not a guy checking curfews. Just be ready when the bell rings. Now let's go out there and kick some ass. Let's get him. Come on. Come on, get him. Come on. Go get him, Sport. How to run now. Come on, baby. You ready? In a minute.
Catfish Hunter pitched 7 shutout innings, leading the Bombers to a 3-0 opening day victory over the Brewers.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 44, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson had 2 hits and scored 2 runs in his Yankee debut to the delight of the stadium crowd.
I'm digging in, right? You know, my mind is completely focused on the pitch. And then all of a sudden I hear it, you know, starting to build. Reggie, Reggie, Reggie. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. Hear something like that, it really gets your adrenaline pumping, you know?
How'd that make you feel, Reggie?
How did it make me feel? What, they teach you to ask that at Indiana, Jacobson? I'll tell you how it made me feel. Made me feel loved.
Where is he?
Beautiful.
Where's
One
my
more,
skipper? Billy! Billy Martin!
Hug me, George, and I'm liable to kiss you right on the lips.
Oh, that'd make a great picture. Here we go. Great way to start the season, huh, kid?
I'm older than he is, and he calls me kid.
Only 'cause I love you, buddy. Only 'cause I love you.
Nice, George.
New season, new ball club with a big new star and a great big crowd to prove it. Went under our belt. It's a great day, huh, fellas?
Guys, right here. Yes, sir.
All 161 to go, huh?
Reggie Jackson dropped a fly ball for 3 unearned runs in the Brewers.
Reggie Jackson hit his first homer as a Yankee, but it wasn't enough as the Bombers
Reggie Jackson says he has a bad pain in his left arm just below his elbow, telling
Reggie Jackson wasn't in the lineup last night as the Yankees suffered their 5th straight defeat.
Come on, set. I can't even pronounce the damn name. Scrawny ass white man gonna throw me junk and put the collar on me. Hey, fat boy, what'd he throw you there in the city?
Slider.
A slider? And you can't? I wish he had thrown me a slider. You can go the opposite way with a slider. Oh, hey, superstar. Oh, what you hit today, huh? What, 6, 7? Oh, wait, you didn't hit nothing because you didn't play. Was it the elbow, right? Or the water on the knee? Or you just acting like a little bitch?
How is it, Reg?
How's what?
The elbow.
Ain't nothing wrong with my elbow.
Yeah, I want some of this, Frazier. Come on.
Hey, Billy.
A little taste.
Reggie says there's nothing wrong with his elbow.
I thought he told you guys in Milwaukee that he had a sore arm. A couple of days rest, and he'll come back good as new. Isn't that right, Mr. Jackson?
What are you smiling at?
Maybe I just got a sunny disposition, huh?
Must be something after dropping 5 straight.
This April, we'll come around. Yeah. Right now, George? Keep your shirt on, all right? Just keep your shirt on. I'll be up in a minute. In a minute, all right. What is it, George?
Sit down.
Yeah, well, I've got better things to do than sit here like I'm in a principal's office.
Why didn't you play Jackson?
Don't you read the papers?
The elbow? Come on. You knew it was crap.
He said it. I sat him.
You know what our attendance was opening day?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
43,000 plus. Now ask me who they came out to see.
I thought they came out to see a baseball game.
I am not paying Reggie Jackson $3 million to ride the bench. I want you to bat him 4th, and I don't want to hear an argument about it. That's all. You got something to say? Say it.
How about no?
Billy.
Do you think Mantle or DiMaggio bitched to the papers every time they had a hangnail? Hell, DiMaggio played with bone spurs so bad he could hardly walk.
50s are over, Billy. Stengel's dead. Mantle runs a restaurant. DiMaggio sells coffee makers on the TV. Times change.
But the game doesn't, and I manage the way the game's supposed to be played.
What do you got against Jackson? What did he ever do to you?
He's a hot dog.
Oh, he's a hot dog.
Listen, who hit the home run off Mark Littell last year?
I don't care who hit that home run, Billy.
Chambliss. The man's a contact hitter. The only thing Reggie Jackson led the league in last year was strikeouts.
How the hell are you gonna get him out of the
Listen to me,
slump? You don't put
George.
him in the game. You're messing with
Listen
his
to me,
head.
George. Cleanup is an RBI position. I don't want to strand base runners because my four-hitter doesn't have any plate discipline. Chambliss has a higher average and he isn't likely to break up a rally. George, you hired me to manage this team. Let me do my job.
Your job. Huh? Your job. Frank Robinson could do your job, too. And I don't want to hear about this in the press. Is that clear?
What do you got?
We're gonna have to get a canvas going. All right.
Did you get the names?
Yeah, Valentina Suriani and Alexander Esau.
Detectives.
You had to touch that?
From last July 29th until the beginning of this month, there have been 1,333 murders in New York. Of these, 73% of the victims were killed by people they knew. The remaining murders, the ones mainly committed during assaults and robberies, are the crimes that have this city disabled and withering. There is, however, a set of murders that have had a special effect on New York. 5 young people have been killed at night by a person who leaps out of the stillness to fire a .44 caliber handgun at close range. He has wounded 4 others, leaving 1 paralyzed for life. Not in the record or memory have the people of New York dwelled on a crime as they have on this set of murders.
I know what it is to walk around in my childhood without any problems and happy-go-lucky and go where I want, but no longer like that. You have to look over your shoulder, and I find people, when you're walking, people just look over their shoulder.
Mayor Abraham Beame has named a special police task force to catch the killer. It's called Omega. It occupies the 2nd floor of the 109th Precinct in Flushing, and Detective Inspector Timothy Dowd is in charge.
So you're saying George is interfering with the team? You know, what George doesn't understand is the time to push him is when you're winning, not when you're losing. Hell, you guys talk to him all the time. Do me a favor. Next time you do, tell him to stay off my back. Just don't tell him it came from me.
I have things to get clear in a factual way. Newspaper always has the last word, so someone has to take you guys to task when you're not factual. Now look, I don't care what you say about me, okay? I'm a hard guy, got skin like an alligator. Heck, too late to change my image anyway, I'm stuck with it. I'm viewed as such an ogre, even my father calls me up and says, "Why are you such an ogre?"
So, George, is it true that you've been leaning on Martin to bat Jackson cleanup?
Anyone says I'm on Billy's back, they're a liar, okay? No one's trying to hurt Billy. Billy will make it or break it based on what the club does, okay? And I don't know who your sources are, but no player's gonna drive a wedge between us. Look, Billy and I don't always see eye to eye all the time, but any relationship that goes like this all the time, it's no fun. You know, it's gotta go like this. That way, you know, you hit the peaks.
George, so you're saying all the stories about you and Billy not getting along, they're not true?
Our relationship is not deteriorating more. You know why? Because I won't let it. It's not some sort of win-around situation. Well, maybe it is, to the extent that, you know, the club does need to perform up to its capabilities, but I'm not going to ram a lineup down his throat. It's not what we do. We make suggestions.
So then you think you're getting a bad rap?
Look, I'm not Little Red Riding Hood, okay? And I didn't just ride into town on a load of pumpkins either. I'm learning. And I'm learning the hard way. Sometimes from what you fellas write. Heck, I've ridden guys before, right? In business and in sports, but not this time. I wish I had a nickel for every time Mr. Billy Martin strolled in this office, kicked up his boots, lit up his pipe, and talked to me about the events of the day. I'd be a millionaire.
So then, why won't you bat Reggie cleanup, Billy? Our lineup's not carved in stone, Maury. It's fluid. It depends on who we're playing, who's pitching, who's hitting. Reggie's won for his last 16 with 1 RBI. Would you bat him cleanup?
So it's Reggie's fault the team's losing? Is that what you're saying?
All I know is that you can put Chambers anywhere you want in the lineup, and he doesn't complain.
Do you regret getting Reggie, George? Regret all the trouble it's caused? Reggie Jackson is one of the premier ball players in the country. So no, I don't regret getting him. I regret the way he's being used.
The Yankees' loss to Toronto was their 8th in 10 games, and the Bombers now find themselves in the AL East cellar.
This is getting out of hand. Are you gonna do something about this or what?
Did you get Jackson like I told you?
Here he comes. What are you gonna tell him? Hey, Rich. Hey, yo.
Listen, I know what you're gonna say. I just want to let you know.
Reach into my hat, all right?
What? Why?
Just do it. What you say?
Randolph.
Yo, grab a piece of chalk and write Randolph's name on the top of the board. All right. Pull out another one.
Munson.
Yo.
What exactly am I doing here, Skip?
You're picking the batting order. Keep going.
Me.
Did this once before in Detroit when we were losing, and it worked like a charm.
You actually gonna go with this?
I'm a baseball genius. Haven't you heard?
The Yankees have scored 15 runs, banged out 27 hits, and won 2 in a row since Billy Martin claimed to have pulled the new Yankee lineup out of a hat.
Reggie Jackson returned to Baltimore last night and hit the game-winning home run, and Ron Guidry pitched a 7-hit shutout, going 8 1/3, picking up his 2nd win of the season as the Yankees beat Seattle.
Herman Munson extended his hitting streak to 16 games. Last night at the stadium, Mickey Rivers went 2 for 5, knocking in 3 in the Yanks' 11-2 victory.
Reggie Jackson remains on a tear, hitting another home run in the Yankees' victory last night up at the stadium.
You see that? You see that? Who sent him, Gabe? Hauser sent him?
He probably went on his own, George.
Wheels are coming off your $3 million investment, George.
Yeah. Don't forget, Fugazi, I knew you when. Okay, when you still had the chauffeur's cap to cover up the bald spot before the plug job. Remember that?
Yeah, I knew you before you started shoving that crap down your throat. I went up 5 sizes.
What? Neapolitan, I love this stuff. My favorite flavor. You want some?
Not me.
What then, a Snickers bar?
Nope.
Then shut up. Get Martin on the phone for me.
In the middle of the game, George?
Yeah, in the middle of a game.
Not a good idea, George.
Why not? Okay, send him a note. Can I send him a note?
You gonna tell him how much you love him, George?
No. I'm gonna give him a good swift kick in the pants. Write this down. I do not want Reggie stretching out a hit, pulling a hammy. He ends up on the DL, then where are we gonna be? Go on, take it down to him.
You know how he likes to work the inside corner?
Yeah,
You can hear him.
Would you go deep on it?
Heater, inside.
Oh, man. Hey, how the knees there, fat man?
Hey, it hurts like hell, and who you calling fat? All it have anything left at the end?
You seem pretty strong to me.
Stick with him his pace. You just keep him in the groove, the rest will take care of itself.
Hey, Cat.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, I ain't say nothing yet.
Don't look at me, man.
Damn, I go deep, knock in 3. Who loves you, baby, huh? Hey, Reg.
Hey, Mick, what's up?
Oh, look sharp out there, brother. You take him down the line with his bender?
Yeah, you know, we hung it out there. Might have gone out, but I turned my hands over, you know?
Okay, yeah. Hey, look, let me ask you a question. You know, you being a big star and everything, you know, making all those big numbers and all. You play the ponies?
You know, Mick, I was born that night, but it wasn't last night.
Oh, come on, brother. You know, it's all in the family. Besides, what I'm talking about ain't nothing but chump change with a man like you. Huh?
You ever gonna quit giving me a hard time?
Probably not.
100 do?
200 do better. See, that's what I'm talking about, generosity. The milk of human kindness, kind of kindness is likely to save my ass. Dad, Buggy Dad, boy, I gotta talk to you.
Heck, church choirs are filled with nice guys. This country, it's built on men with guts who wanted more than they had. Well, if there's one thing I know about you bunch, you got guts. That's right, guts by the bucket load. And if I know one more thing, it's that you got the guts to bring back a championship to this great city of New York. You go out there and you get them, fellas. Bring one home.
He's either around my throat or around my feet.
I don't remember seeing him at your feet, Billy.
Guy's taunting us. We don't got a line on him.
I am a monster. I am the son of Sam. He left this for you, Joe?
Yeah, Inspector, we found that at the crime scene.
I am deeply hurt by your calling me a woman hater. I am not. You call him a woman hater, Joe?
Hey.
But I am a monster. I am the son of Sam. I am a little brat. When Father Sam gets drunk, he gets mean. He beats his family. Sometimes he ties me up to the back of the house. Other times he locks me in the house. Sam likes to drink blood. Go out and kill, commands Father Sam.
Inspector, skip to the end.
Police, let me haunt you with these words. I'll be back. I'll be back. Yours in murder, Mr. Monster.
The guy's a psycho. We already knew that.
Sam! Who's Sam?
Uncle Sam. Maybe he's a Vietnam vet.
Maybe you mean Satan.
Samson? I mean, he's got a thing for girls with long hair. We got a witness who said he crouched in a combat stance before he fired. You don't think this guy's a cop?
Jeez, I hope not.
What about these symbols on the song?
I had an expert in cults look them over.
And?
Never seen anything like it.
But what about that partial palm we got off the letter?
Nothing. Nothing, which is exactly what we got on this mutt.
And that he's coming back.
So he says.
There's so much denial, Maury, about the fact that baseball is also a business. Do you know the team is worth 3 or 4 times the $10 million we paid for it? Hell, you'd invest with me and be a rich man by now.
Well, if I had the money to invest with you, I'd be the one wearing the Pierre Cardin blazer.
Hell, this? Picked it up at Robert Hall.
$82.50 on sale.
That's right. 2 pairs of pants.
And
Yeah,
free
alterations.
alterations.
There you go. Look, things are coming together, you know? We've taken 14 of the last 16. I'm not an unreasonable man. I know we've had our problems, but I don't expect Billy to take the division wire to wire.
But you do expect him to win the division.
Hell, I expect him to win the World Series. That's what I'm paying him for.
We're talking about someone who is profoundly delusional, who's created an alternative reality in which he is the key player.
It covers about half the people we know.
But they're not paranoid schizophrenics. You know, he might consider himself to be not only son of Sam, but Sam.
Is there any chance that this guy could be a cop?
Could be anybody who fits profile.
Which is what exactly?
I believe we're dealing with a white male, 20 to 30 years old, a loner, lives in a cramped apartment, maybe a cheap furnished room, feels rejected by women. Wife, girlfriend, maybe his mother, might even think he's possessed. Important thing to remember is someone who's looking for help.
Wait. Looking for help? How do you figure that?
Well, look what he says in this letter. Mr. Borelli, sir, I don't want to kill anymore, no sir, no more, but I must, quote, honor thy father. I want to make love to the world. I love people. To the people of Queens, I love you. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he can't stop himself. He's looking for someone to help him stop.
Like who?
Like you.
Kangaroo court is now in session. The Right Honorable Justices Martin and Barra presiding. Secretary Thurman Badbody, will you read the charges?
Come on, fatty. Okay, May 13th, post-game, California. Perpetrator, Mickey Rivers. Ladies, charged with lunch meat violation. After shower,
Rivers reached for cupcake at the buffet when it is alleged that his private parts touched ham.
Ain't no damn way my privates touch no damn hand.
Witnesses.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I saw it too.
Mr. Blair.
Meat on meat contact.
Mr. Dickhauser.
Ball on ham.
Are you going to contest that?
Nah, I ain't gonna.
I ate that ham.
Double the fine.
That's a list of 300 possible suspects. All of them cops. Cops.
Great.
Hey, it's about time Jackson did something.
$3 million for a ball player. School teacher makes 18 grand a year. Turn it off, will you?
Where are we with the gun?
Well, there's 56 Charter Arms Bulldogs registered in New York. We test fired all of them. None of them match.
You got it out of state.
That narrows it down to 28,000 manufactured since '72.
I don't care. You trace them all.
We're trying to, but there's over 700 that have been reported stolen.
You want to tell me something I want to hear?
We're staking out all the discos we can in the outer boroughs. We've gone through the DMV records, state psychiatric
And
files.
still, we got nothing. Joe, it's almost 5 weeks now. I mean, this bastard is due.
I know. And the only thing we got is that shrinks theory.
So that's what we go with. I want you to call Breslin. I want the news to play this up big. Who knows, maybe we can flush this bastard from his hole.
All right.
Something's gotta work.
You see this?
Yeah.
He's your friend, right?
Yeah.
Then explain it to me. Explain what the point of this is. I mean, he rips me here and here and here.
I can't explain it, Thurm, but you know how he is. He shoots his mouth off.
No team I am on will ever be humiliated the way the Yankees were by the Reds in the World Series. That was spring training when he said this. He'd been on the team for what, a week? That's why Munson can't intimidate me. Nobody can. How am I trying to intimidate him, Fran?
I don't think he meant it the way...
Why can't Munson and Chambliss and all the rest of them? Oh, that means you too, Fran. Why can't they understand that there's just no way I can play second fiddle to anybody? That's just not in the cards. There's just no way. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Munson thinks he can be the straw that stirs the drink, but he can only stir it bad. It goes on like this for 4 pages.
Look, why don't you talk to him directly?
Talk to him? I don't care if I ever see that guy again.
Yanks open a 2-game set against the Boston Red Sox at the stadium. Over the next 30 days, the Yankees play their hated rival
You believe this?
10 times.
I know.
Bill Lee will be on the
Munson ready yet?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
You know, maybe they misquoted him.
For 4 pages? Yeah, I couldn't talk about myself for 4 pages, even if I tried. Yeah, I just go out there and play, you know? I was MVP. I helped us win the pennant. What's so bad about that?
Bottom of the 7th inning here at the stadium, and the Yanks are trailing the Red Sox 2-1 with Reggie Jackson coming to the plate to lead off against Sox starter Bill Lee. Wind blowing lightly out toward right field, and this sellout crowd has been hunched here tonight as the spaceman has gone the whole way tonight, and he looks as strong here as he did in the early innings. Lee looking in for the sign, shakes one off, gets it and winds and delivers. Jackson, there's a drive, deep into right center field. That's gone! And just like that, Reggie Jackson has tied up this ball game 2-2. The Yankee faithful on their feet as Reggie Jackson rounds the bases, and that's going to start some stirring down in the Boston bullpen.
Let's go! Any feet, come on, Gabby! Let's go! Come on, everybody! On your feet! On your feet for your teammates! Let's go, Reggie! Ready to go! Back it all the way down! Come on now, Lou! Let's go, Lou!
But you do admit talking to this fellow Ward from Sport Magazine.
Did I talk to this fellow, Ward?
You gave Ward an interview.
Gave him an interview, huh?
You met him at a bar. People saw you.
Oh, I met him at a bar and people saw me? Oh, you got me, Phil.
Come on, Reggie.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the numbers. Si, senor.
Okay, let's try this. Why didn't you take the usual route back into the dugout where your teammates were waiting to congratulate you? Look, if you don't say anything, I'll just write what I saw.
I got a bad hand, okay, Phil? And I'm done talking to you for today. So why don't you just go ahead and write what you saw? It's what you've been doing all damn season anyhow. Good day to you.
You too.
Look, I wish George would have bought me a Rolls, but he didn't. Nobody's more dedicated to this game than I, and I leave it all out on the field, and everybody knows that, even if some people don't appreciate it. He said he had a bad hand?
That's the quote.
Well, how's this for a quote? He's a liar.
I really don't know what was in his head. All I know is it was Bush.
It was embarrassing, but what on this team isn't?
I don't care what the man do. As long as he hit that ball out the park, ain't no skin off my butt. Now ask me something about me.
Billy. He saw it. He snubbed the whole team.
Look, Phil, I don't know why Reggie Jackson does what he does. Why don't you ask him? Now, do you think I could go to the can without an escort, huh?
Nice.
What's up?
You see what I gotta put up with? Hey, Willie, what time we hitting today, man? Hey, Willie.
Reggie Martinez Jackson. Got a white man first names, Spanish man second name, black man last name. No wonder you all screwed up, man. You don't know who the hell you are.
I don't have to take this, you know.
Hey, Reg, how's your hand?
Skip, why don't you take a look at this?
Nice penmanship.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm not your babysitter, Reg.
Listen, Skip, I gave this interview months ago, okay? I mean, now maybe I said some things to Ward I shouldn't have, but all I did was compare the team to a cocktail, a planter's punch, and I said that I stirred it up. I mean, he took what I said out of context.
Well, what did you expect him to do, burp you?
Afternoon, fellas.
I wasn't expecting you, George.
Just strolling by. What's going on?
Well, Reggie's got a new necktie. It says, suck my ass.
Now, look, George, I know a lot of the guys are pissed off, okay? Maybe they got a reason to be. But I'm just starting to hit my stride now. I don't need this Sport Magazine thing hanging over my head like this.
Well, it's bigger than you now, isn't it, Reg? Affects the entire team. Anything that affects the whole ball club negatively, we got to find a way to deal with it so we can move on.
all right? You know, Skip, maybe you can call a team meeting or something so I can apologize.
I'm not calling no team meeting. You want to apologize? Okay. You go to each of them individually and you tell them you're sorry.
Have to say, Reg, I'm going with Billy on this one. Look, everyone knows what you're going through, okay? But if you got something to say to the fellas, after what you said about them in sport, gotta be one-on-one, man-to-man.
I don't understand this. I don't know why you guys want to embarrass me like this.
Hold on now. No one's trying to embarrass anybody. You're asking for a meeting? It's a step in the right direction. Show me a lot of class and a lot of humility. Okay, but there's some times in life you just gotta swallow your pride, do the right thing. This is one of those times.
I agree. You don't rip your teammates in public. Isn't that right, George?
It has been called the second toughest job in the country, mayor of New York City.
Morning, everybody. I'm Ed Koch, running for mayor. Beame is an incompetent mayor. Should never be reelected. And he can't run a second-class candy store, and that's the way he's run New York City.
You know, hindsight is good for historians, but not for mayors. And I'm confident that the people of our city are not going to be fooled by this Monday morning quarterback.
Nobody gets picked except by the people of this city. Every candidate in this race would have loved to have had the endorsement of the governor.
There is a question here of trust. The candidates running, well, they've done things, but they don't have any impact on people. They have to go on television to get to be known.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 10, Chris Chamberlain.
The Yankees are down 2-1 here in the bottom of the sixth. Chris Chambliss comes to the plate with Reggie Jackson on deck. There's a drive deep to right center. That ball is going. Home run! Chris Chambliss, a two-run shot, and the Yanks are ahead 3-2.
You had a tough time out there today, Reg. I mean, 3 Ks.
Yeah, well, you know, you can ask any of these guys in here. Sooner or later, you're bound to find yourself in a slump. I'm in a little bit of a slump, but I know eventually I'll get a hit. Right now, I'm just, you know, trying to take it like a man. If that means sitting on the bench, then I'll sit on the bench.
What about Munson not shaking your hand? That bother you, Reg?
Why would that bother me? Chambliss shook my hand. I don't know. I guess Thurman just didn't see it.
Oh, I saw him.
I want out, Gabe.
Reggie, sit down.
No, I'm not going to sit down. Right now, Martin wanted me to apologize to every guy on the team. I apologized. Didn't make any difference. I want you to trade me, Gabe. George said if I wanted out, I could get out.
Oh, I don't think I can do that.
I think you can. I mean, when I signed my contract, George said specifically if I wanted out, he would accommodate me.
Well, I don't think that's specifically in your contract, is it?
Gabe, listen to me, all right? I don't mean you any disrespect. You put together a hell of a ball club here, but I'm just not right for it. That's clear. I haven't been since day one.
You know, Reggie, Branch Rickey used to say, don't look at the hole in the donut. Look at the donut as a whole.
What the hell are you talking about? Is that your answer? Donuts?
Yeah, pretty much.
Willig started his ascent of the World Trade Center tower at 6:30 this morning, and by 7:30 he was already 30 stories up. George Willig, 28-year-old toy maker and amateur mountain climber from New York. People couldn't believe it. 8 a.m. at the 55th floor. Police lowered a bucket with 2 officers to see whether they could talk Willig out of it. Later, the policeman recalled what they said to Willig.
I kind of had it planned all the way down, but I said to him, we have to stop meeting this way. My wife's going to get annoyed.
8:30 a.m. Willig passed a note to the police. It said, best wishes to my co-ascenders. Signed George Willig at the 70th floor. Willig paused for a snack he brought with him, water and a cinnamon bun. And now, 110 floors up, the final assault. The top of the building is planted.
You wanted to see me?
Come on in, Therm.
5 minutes later, we'll
Have a
let
seat.
in through a tiny hatch at the top. At 10:05, 3.5 hours after he had begun, Willard has made it.
Torres going tonight?
Yep.
Big donkey got the heat right about now.
Yeah, he'll go 9.
Thurman, I need you to make a statement.
About what?
Tired about hearing about who's shaking whose hand.
George.
I need you to set the example. That's why I made you my captain. Thurman, you're the solid stand-up guy. Everybody knows it. Everybody admires it. Especially me. Reggie, he's emotional. What happens to him off the field affects his play on the field. He's not hitting. I can't have it.
Yeah, you know, Reggie's a horse.
I am on your side. Thurman, trust me. He's infuriating, I know. Oh, if I were you, I'd be mad as hell. But I need you to do this for the team. Thurm, I need you to do it for me.
You're here early, Anne-Marie.
When Jimmy works, I work, Charlie. Jimmy!
Hello from the gutters of NYC, which are filled with dog manure, vomit, stale wine, urine, and blood. Hello from the sewers of NYC, which swallow up these delicacies when they're washed away by the sweeper trucks. Hello from the cracks in the sidewalks of NYC and from the ants that dwell in these cracks and feed on the dried blood of the dead that have settled into these cracks. Mr. Breslin, sir, don't think that because you haven't heard from me for a while that I went to sleep. No, rather I am still here like a spirit roaming the night. Thirsty, hungry, seldom stopping to rest. Anxious to please Sam.